So, good afternoon po sa ating lahat. Last meeting, nag-end po tayo sa kinds of partners. Ngayon naman, magpapatuloy na tayo. So, dito na po tayo mag-start sa articles of partnership. Articles of partnership. A partnership may be constituted orally or in writing. So, yung partnership is formed through a contract. Yung contract can be oral or written. In the latter case, partnership agreements are embodied in the articles of partnership. So, yung articles of partnership is a contract that forms an agreement among business partners to pool labor and capital and share in profit, loss, and liability. So, yung agreement among partners naman, nagsiset ng terms under which the affairs of the partnership are conducted. Tinatawag din itong partnership contract. So, here is the following essential provisions na nilalaman ng agreement. So, we have 9. So, the first one is the partnership name, nature, purpose, and location. So, pag nag-form po tayo ng partnership, kailangan mag-decide tayo kung ano yung name ng partnership natin. Tapos, dapat alam din natin kung ano yung nature and purpose natin, why we form that partnership. And of course, yung location. Dapat yung location natin is alam natin, parang pili tayo ng location na kung saan is maraming tao or yung i-form nating business is magbe-benefit. Second one is the names, citizenship, and residences of the partners. So, dito sa number 2, importante na kilala natin yung partner natin, partner or partners natin. Hindi lang sa name, but also their citizenship and kung saan sila nakatira. Kasi kung nagka-aberya, of course, alam natin kung saan sila pupuntahan. So, parang trust with each others among parties, parang ganon. So, number 3, the date of formation and the duration of the partnership. So, last meeting, napag-usapan natin yung classifications of partnership. So, one classification there is according to duration. So, dito sa articles of partnership, dapat alam din natin yung date of formation, kung kailan na-form yung partnership and duration. So, yung duration natin, pwedeng fixed term or at will. So, dapat pag-usapan yun. And number 4, the capital contribution of each partner, the procedure for valuing non-cash investments, treatment of excess contribution as capital or as loan, and the penalties for a partner's failure to invest and maintain the agreed capital. So if may mga partners na di na ginagawa yung responsibilities nila as partners, doon maaari tayong magkaroon ng penalties in order for them to oblige to do their part, to do their task. So, yung partnership, di ba, hindi naman yan mag-work if yung partnership, hindi naman yan mag-work if isa lang yung kumikilos. So, dapat both parties, both partners is doing their task, doing their responsibilities as a partner. Number 5, the rights and duties of each partner. You must know your rights and duties as a partner. So it should assign certain key duties such as who is responsible for keeping track of income and expenses and who will manage inventory and specify what decisions can be made by whom. Number 6 is the accounting period to be adopted. The nature of kung ano yung accounting system na gagamitin. And the nature of accounting records, financial statements, and audits by independent public accountants. Number 7, the methods of sharing profit or loss, frequency of income measurement and distribution, including any provisions for the recognition of differences in contributions. So, here in number 7, nakadepende yung sharing of profit or loss sa kinontribute mo. And number 8, the drawings or salaries to be allowed to partners. And last, number 9, the provisions for arbitration of disputes, dissolution, and liquidation. So, yung partnership, di ba nga napag-usapan yung duration. And then, of course, kung narating na yung duration, kung fixed term man, kung narating na yung time na gusto niyo ng parang stop na yung partnership. So, doon papasok yung liquidation, dissolution, and then yung arbitration of disputes. So, sinasabi dito, a contract of partnership is void whenever immovable property or real rights are contributed and assigned inventory of the said properties that made and attached to a public instrument. So, yun po yung articles of partnership. So, the next topic is set registration to be discussed by Miss Mary Ann.
Next is SEC registration. Kapag ang partnership capital ay 3,000 or more in money or in property, yung public instrument must be recorded with Securities and Exchange Commission. So here are the basic steps to follow para sa pagpaparegister ng partnership with the SEC. The first one is have your proposed business name verified in the verification unit of SEC. So the partnership shall bear the word company or co. Kapag limited partnership naman, limited or LTD. For professional partnership, pwede ding company, associates, or partners. The second step is submit the following documents. Articles of partnership na na-discuss naman ni Ms. Erica Villas. And next one is verification slip for the business name and written undertaking to change business name if required. So ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng written undertaking? It means obtaining of evidence that a person has agreed to do or not to do something. Kung ano yung agreement nyo ng partners. Next is tax identification number of each partner and or that of the partnership. And registration data sheet for partnership duly accomplished in 6 copies. Pero meron ding pwedeng ibang documents na pwedeng i-require. And endorsement from other government agencies if the proposed partnership will engage in an industry regulated by the government. For example, yung proposed partnership niya is financial intermediary or pawn shop or kaya bank. Kailangan ng endorsement from Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Kapag for charitable institutions naman or pang sa social kailangan ng endorsement form from DSWD, and kapag educational institutions naman ay syempre sa DepEd or kaya sa CHED. Third step is pay the registration or filing and miscellaneous fees. Yung filing fee is 1% ng partnership capital but not less than 1,000. And legal research fee is 1% naman ng filing fee. And the last step is forward the documents to the SEC Commissioner for signature. Next slide na po. Accreditation to practice of public accountancy. Certified public accountants, firms, and partnerships of CPAs engage in the practice of public accountancy, including the partners and staff members thereof, shall register with the Professional Regulatory Board of Accountancy. Ito, it is also renewable every 3 years. And yung rules and regulations covering the accreditation for the practice of public accountancy ay nakaspecify sa Philippine Accountancy Act of 2004. Next slide po. So next is owner's equity account. For sole proprietorship and sa partnership, The recording of assets, liabilities, income, and expenses is the same. Pero syempre merong difference kasi sa sole proprietorship, isa lang ang owner, pero sa partnership, 2 or more. Kaya separate ang capital and drawing accounts for each partner. Sa partner's capital account, makakredit yung original and additional investment. And yung credit balance of the drawing account at the end of the period. Tapos sa debit side naman yung sa withdrawals. Yung permanent withdrawals are made with the intention of permanently decreasing the partner's capital. Pero yung temporary withdrawals are regular advances made by the partner. For example, ang sweldo pa sa katapusan, pero nag-withdraw na siya ng share niya sa profit sa quincenas. Parang ganun. At kung mapapansin nyo din dito sa share in profit or loss, pwede din siyang i-direct sa capital. Pero yung choice kung saan i-debit at i-credit yung account ay nakadepende sa intention ng partners. Kung gusto nila i-maintain yung capital accounts nila for investment at permanent withdrawals, yung profit or loss should be entered in the drawing account. Pero meron din ganito. For example, tayo partnership nag-withdraw ako ng pera, pero babayadan ko syempre. Itong transaction na to, nakadebit sa loans receivable partner account. Pero, naka-classify siya separately sa ibang receivables ng partnership. Pero pwede ding ako ang magpahiram ng pera sa partnership, pero itong transaction na to naka-credit naman sa loans payable partner account. Next slide po. Partnership formation. The books of the partnership are open with entries reflecting the net contributions of the partners to the firm. Asset accounts are debited for assets contributed to the partnership. Liability accounts are credited for the amount of each partner's investment. Formula for net investment is assets contributed less liabilities assumed. So partners may invest cash or non-cash in the partnership. Pero when a partner invests non-cash assets, marirecord ito kung anong value yung nasa agreement ng partners. Pero kapag walang agreement, the contributions will be recognized at their fair market value. Ano nga ba ang fair market value? It is the estimated amount that a willing seller would receive from a financially capable buyer for the sale of asset in a free market. So, the next reporter will be Miss Frenzy Claire de Guzman.
So, thank you, Miss Marianne. So, ang next is yung adjustment of accounts prior to formation. Dito, yung dito sa adjustment of accounts prior to formation, ito yung may mga partners na may mga existing business na kailangan nilang i-adjust yung mga respective books nila para ma-reflect yung fair market values. Tapos, para din ma-correct yung mga statements dun sa accounts. And if the adjustments will not be made, yung initial capital balances ng partners is magiging inequitable. So we have illustrations here. A reconditioned printing equipment invested by Sonny Ramos was recorded incorrectly dun sa partnership books na as 730, which is yung book value niya from the proprietorship's record. The partnership immediately sold the printing equipment for its fair market value na 800,000. Yung 70,000 na gain nila will increase the capital balances of both partners. Kailangan daw yung printing should have been recorded at 800,000 and i-credit siya sa Ramos Capital na may 800,000 din. Simply stated na yung increases sa asset values accruing for formation should be for the benefit of the contributing partner. Wait lang. Ayan, meron tayong next illustration. Kasi yung adjustment dito is parang same lang doon sa dun sa adjustment na familiar tayo. 'Di ba dun wait lang, may nagpapa-admit. Yun. So, yung sa dating adjustments kasi na alam natin, 'di ba ang laging ano niya may permanent account and may nominal account. Pero dito naman, instead na nominal account daw ang i-debit or credit natin, ang gagamitin natin dito is yung capital account. So, mas magigets mo siya dito sa sample illustration natin. So, Emerita Giron and Emerita Modesto form a general professional partnership. Si Emerita Giron daw will invest sufficient cash to get an equal interest in the partnership, while Emerita Modesto will transfer the assets and liabilities of her business. So, yung account balances daw nila, ito, the account balances of the books of Modesto prior to a partnership formation follows. So, ito daw yung, wait lang ah. So, ito daw yung mga account balances ni Modesto bago daw ano ng partnership formation. So, meron siyang cash na 180,000, accounts receivable na 300,000, office equipment na 1,500,000 yan, kulang lang ng zero. Tapos, may accumulated depreciation din na 600,000, and accounts payable na 155,000, and salaries payable na 25,000. And also yung capital niya na 1,200,000. So, ito siya, may additional information siya. It is agreed that for both purposes of establishing Emerita Giron's interest, the following adjustments shall be made in the books of Emerita Modesto. So, number 1, allowance for uncollectible accounts na 5% ng accounts receivable is to be established, and prepaid expenses amounting to 30,000 were omitted by the accountant. So, i-recognize daw siya. And yung number 3, additional salaries payable in the amount of 10 million to be established. So, syempre, una, i-entry natin siya. So, yung sa number 1, ayan, nag-debit tayo ng Emerita Modesto Capital na 15,000 and allowance for and credit na allowance for uncollectible accounts na 15,000. Paano nga ba yung nakuha? Yung sa may account receivable kanina na nabanggit yung 300,000 doon, minultiply natin siya sa 5%. Tapos, ito din yung sinasabi ko kanina na instead nominal account, yung gagamitin, ang ginamit na lang sa adjustments na to is yung capital account. Kasi 'di ba, itong number 1, for example, itong number 1. 'Di ba normally kapag may allowance for uncollectible accounts tayo, ang dinedebit natin is uncollectible account expense, which is expense siya, so meaning nominal account siya. But dito sa adjustments prior to formation, capital account ang ginamit natin. Malinaw ba yun? Okay, so yung sa number 2 entry, nag-debit tayo ng prepaid expenses na 30,000 and nag-credit tayo ng Emerita Modesto Capital na 30,000. Tapos sa number 3, yung additional salaries payable, nag-debit tayo ng Emerita Modesto Capital na 10,000. Tapos, nag-credit tayo ng salaries payable 10,000 para ma-establish yung additional salaries payable. So, ito. Parang ito yung parang summary ng adjustments na mangyayari. So, di ba yung sa number 1, since may, di ba, nag-credit tayo doon na allowance for uncollectible accounts. So, ibig sabihin, nagkaroon siya ng increase dun sa contra asset account. And di ba, once na nag-increase yung contra asset account, yung related kung mapapansin nyo dito, yung 15,000 is ano siya, naka-negative siya kasi nga decrease siya sa asset. And ganun din sa equity natin since nag-debit tayo kanina dun sa may entry natin. Since nag-debit tayo ng capital. And yung sa number 2 naman, di ba ang entry natin kanina sa number 2 is prepaid expenses na debit and credit na capital. Since na ano siya, parang omission to record the asset. So kailangan siyang i-recognize yun. So dagdag siya dito sa assets natin and also dagdag din siya sa equity. And yung number 3, may additional salaries payable tayo. So ibig sabihin, yung liabilities natin is madadagdagan. Kaya andito yung 10,000. But also yung equity natin is magdi-decrease. Yun. So next. Ito yung T account na parang, ito yung T account that will serve para as summary para dun sa mga necessary adjustments dun sa capital account. So, ayan, pag nag-debit daw tayo ng owner's equity account, ibig sabihin, may decrease siya sa asset, may increase sa liability, or increase sa contra asset. And kapag naman credit natin siya, may increase siya sa asset, decrease sa liability, and decrease sa contra asset account. Ayan, para mas mag-gets natin ito siya. Isama natin yung mga illustrations na ginamit kanina. So, tulad ng sabi kanina, di ba? Kapag nag-debit tayo ng owner's equity account, may decrease sa asset. And increase sa liability account. Ito siya kasi. Di ba yung number 1 na debit tayo ng owner's equity account. So, nagkaroon siya ng decrease asset, which is itong 15,000 na naka-negative dito sa number 1. And kung mapapansin nyo din, di ba, sabi niya dyan sa number 3, increase in contra asset account. So, meaning, ayun din, kapag nag-debit din tayo ng owner's equity account, which is sa number 1 example lang din, nag-increase nga yung contra asset natin, which is yung allowance for uncollectible accounts. And ganun din yung sa number 2 na increase in liability, which is itong number 3, na kapag nag-debit daw ng equity account, mag-increase yung liability, which is totoo naman, nag-increase siya kasi nga meron traditional na salaries payable. And ganun din sa credit, parang kabaliktaran na ako. Kapag nag-credit ng owner's equity account, may increase asset, which is ang perfect example niya is itong number 2. Diba, nag-credit tayo dito at may prepaid expenses din tayo dyan. So, ibig sabihin, tumaas yung asset natin. And, ganun. Malinaw ba yun? Wala bang questions or clarification? Okay, so magna-next slide na tayo. Ayan, so yung sunod is yung opening entries of a partnership upon formation. Dito, a partnership may be formed in any of the following ways. So, number 1 is yung individuals with no existing business form a partnership. Ibig sabihin, yung dalawang individuals is wala silang mga business. Pero parang mga first timers sila, tapos nag-form sila ng partnership. And number 2, conversion of sole proprietorship to a partnership. Parang may isang business, tapos nagiging ipo-formula siya as a partnership na. Actually, may 2 ways dyan. Yung sole proprietorship and an individual without an existing business form a partnership. Meaning, yung isa may business siya, pero yung isa wala siyang business. And nag-form sila ng partnership. And yung sa letter B naman, 2 or more sole proprietors form a partnership. Ito naman, lahat sila dito is may existing business sila. Actually, tatlo yan. Meron pang pangatlo. Yung isa is yung admission of retirement of a partner. But for now, ang magfo-focus muna tayo dito sa dalawang ways. So first is yung individuals with no existing business form of partnership. Ang opening entry para ma-recognize yung mga contributions nila, syempre, i-debit natin yung mga assets na kinontribute nila. And also, i-credit natin yung mga liabilities na in-assume and also yung capital account ng each partner. So, for example, on July 1, 2018, Milo Burgos and Ray Fernand Refozar agreed to form a partnership. The partnership agreement specified that Burgos is to invest cash na 700,000. Si Refozar naman is mag-contribute siya ng land. Wait lang. So, ayun. Tapos daw, meron daw na 300,000 na mortgage payable na i-assume ng partnership. So, ang magiging entries nila, debit cash, 700,000, debit land, na 100,300,000. Ito yung cash, ito yung kinontribute ni Burgos. Tapos itong land is yung kay Refozar naman. And nag-credit sila ng mortgage payable na 300,000. Yan yung liabilities na in-assume ng partnership. And also, ayan, may capital account din tayo. Milo Burgos Capital na 700,000 and Ray Fernand Refozar Capital na 1 million. Bakit nga ba 1 million lang yung sa capital niya? Kasi nga, ayun, yung land is may mortgage siya na 300. So, parang So, ayun nga, yung mortgage payable na dito, parang ito na yun. Okay, so, ito. After ng formation, yung magiging financial position nila is ganito na. Silang dalawa kasi, wala silang existing business. So, meaning, wala din terminate na i-adjust. Ganun. First time silang dalawa na financial position na partnership nila. Yung may parang illustration pa dito na suppose that Burgos and Refozar or another partnership with Nora Maniquez. Pero si Nora Maniquez now is considered as an industrial partner. Kapag industrial partner lang, dito sa case na to, kapag industrial partner is memorandum entry ang gagamitin natin. Walang entry account. Memorandum entries lang siya. So, yun. That's the end of my wala ba kayong tanong or clarification bago tayo mag-proceed dun sa phone to partnership? Nag-gets naman ba? Okay, so I assume wala naman ng questions. Pero kung may gusto pa kayong tanong or clarification, pwede naman kayo mag-chat. Kayo, Miss Natalie.
Okay, so ang next natin is sole proprietor and another individual form of a partnership. So, sole proprietor may consider forming a partnership with an individual who has no existing business. Under this type of formation, the assets and the liabilities of the proprietorship will be transferred to the newly formed partnership at values agreed upon by all the partners or at their current fair prices. So, para mas maintindihan pa natin itong sole proprietor and another individual, let's go sa illustration. Next slide. So, the statement of financial position of Leopoldo Medina on October 1, 2018, before accepting Giancarlo Dalangin as partner is shown as follows. So, yun yung nakikita natin dito yung statement of financial position ni Leopoldo Medina bago niya in-accept si Giancarlo Dalangin as partner. So, meron siyang total assets na 454,000 pesos. And sa liabilities and owner's equity naman, meron lang siyang notes payable, accounts payable as liabilities, and yung capital lang niya. So, next slide. Ayan. Giancarlo Dalangin offered to invest cash to get a capital credit equal to 1/2 of Leopoldo Medina's capital after giving effect to the adjustments below. So, tandaan natin dyan yung 1/2 of Leopoldo Medina's capital. So, Medina accepted the offer. Ito yung mga 6 na ano dyan is yung mga adjustments. So, una, the merchandise is to be valued at 74,000 pesos. Number 2, the accounts receivable is estimated to be 95% collectible. 3, interest accrued on the notes receivable will be recognized 10,000 pesos, 12% dated July 1, 2018 and 20,000 pesos, 12% dated August 1, 2018. Number 4, interest on notes payable to be accrued at 14% annually from April 1, 2018. 5, the furniture and fixtures are to be valued at 46,000 pesos. And last, office supplies on hand that have been charged to expense in the past amounted to 4,000 pesos. So, this will be used by the partnership. So, ang una nating gagawin is to form the new books for the partnership. So, ang una natin dyan na, so for the book of Leopoldo Medina, ang first natin na gagawin is to adjust the assets and liabilities in accordance with the agreement. And the adjustments are to be made to his capital account. So, balik tayo dun pero dyan na lang na slide. So, ang first na adjustment niya dun is sabi niya, the merchandise is to be valued at 74,000 pesos. Kung mapapansin natin dyan sa entries natin, nag-credit tayo ng merchandise inventory na 6,000 pesos. So, bakit nga ba tayo nag-credit ng merchandise inventory? Kasi nung before niya i-accept as partner si Giancarlo, is meron siyang balance na 80,000 pesos sa merchandise inventory. As per ledger yon. And nung nag-form sila ng partnership, di ba sabi niya, ang agreement nila is 74,000 pesos na lang yung magiging value ng merchandise inventory. Kaya nag-decrease siya, meron tayong decrease ng 6,000 pesos. Kaya natin siya credit kasi nag-decrease siya ng 6,000 pesos. And sa pangalawa naman, the accounts receivable is estimated to be 95% collectible. So, ang accounts receivable ni Leopoldo is 230,000 pesos. And ito times natin siya sa net pala yun. Binawas nila yung allowance for uncollectible accounts. And ang sabi niya naman dito is 95% collectible. So ang kukunin natin yung hindi net, which is i-add natin pabalik yung allowance for uncollectible accounts niya na 10,000 pesos. Kaya meron tayong 240,000 times 95%, which is makukuha natin yung 228,000 pesos. And yung dalawang balance na yun, yung net accounts receivable, tapos yung nakuha natin na 95% nung 240 is ipagle-less natin yon, and magkakaroon siya ng increase na 2,000 pesos. Kaya kung mapapansin natin dyan, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng interest receivable. Ay, wait lang. Ay, yun. Nag-increase yung allowance for uncollectible accounts niya na ng 2,000 pesos. Kaya nag-credit tayo dyan kasi di ba contra asset account yung allowance for uncollectible accounts. So sa number 3 naman, interest accrued on the notes receivable will be recognized 10,000, 12% dated on July 1, 2018 and 20,000, 12% August 1, 2018 naman. So, ang pagkuha natin ng interest, di ba, principal times rate times time. So, yung dun sa July 1, sa 10,000 pesos, is kukunin natin yung interest niya, 10,000 pesos na principal times yung rate niya na 12% and yung time niya na 3/12. Three over 12. Magkakaroon tayo ng 300 pesos na interest. And sa 20,000 pesos naman, 20,000 pesos times 12% rate times 2/12 na. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng 400 pesos. And ipag-add natin yun, kaya magkakaroon tayo ng interest receivable na 700 pesos. Naka-debit siya dyan. And sa number 4, interest on notes payable to be accrued at 14% annually from April 1, 2018. So, 40,000 pesos, ita-times natin siya sa rate na 14% and meron tayong 6/12 na time. Magkakaroon tayo ng interest payable na 2,800. Ayan, naka-credit na siya dyan sa may ano. And sa number 5, meron siyang balance na 54,000 pesos dun sa sa statement of financial position niya before accepting a new partner. And ang sabi naman dun sa adjustments na napag-agreehan nila, yung furnitures and fixtures nila are to be valued at 46,000 pesos. Kaya yung 54,000 pesos, ililes lang natin siya dun sa 46,000 pesos na napag-agreehan nila. So, 'di ba, bababa yung amount ng furnitures and fixtures. And yung na yun is kapag bumaba yun, ibig sabihin tumaas yung accumulated depreciation, 'di ba? Kasi yun yung contra asset ng furnitures and fixtures natin. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng increase in accumulated depreciation na 8,000 pesos. Kaya nag-credit tayo dyan kasi contra asset. And yung sa naman, number 6, office supplies on hand have been charged to expense in the past amounted to 4,000 pesos. Nag-debit tayo ng office supplies dyan na 4,000 pesos. And para makuha natin yung yung adjustments sa yung capital ni Leopoldo Medina, i-squeeze lang natin yan. Bale 6,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,800 plus 8,000 plus ileles natin yung debit side para makuha natin yung Leopoldo Medina capital. So, yun, after natin ma-adjust, after natin gawin yung mga adjustments, pupunta na tayo sa pag-close ng book ni Leopoldo Medina. So, next slide po. Ayan. So, to close the book of Leopoldo Medina, i-debit lang natin yung mga may normal balances na credit account is i-debit lang natin siya, and yung may mga debit balances is i-credit lang natin siya. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo dyan, yung mga notes payable, accounts payable, interest payable, basta lahat ng may normal balance na credit balance is dinebit lang natin siya, and yung mga nasa debit balances naman is credit natin siya. So, yun. So after natin ma-close yung libro ni Leopoldo Medina, gagawa na tayo ng libro ng partnership, Book of the Partnership. So ang una natin gagawin is to record the investment of Leopoldo Medina. So ayun, makikita natin dyan, cash, 60,000 pesos. Notes receivable na 30,000 pesos. Itong investment ni Medina, ito na yung mga adjusted na amounts, adjusted na niles ay na ano na siya, ano tawag dito? Ayun, na-adjust na siya sa base sa agreements nila. So ang total na capital niya dyan is 299,900. Yan sa next. And after natin ma-record yung investment ni Leopoldo Medina, ine-next naman natin yung investment ni. So next slide. Ayan, to record the investment of Dalangin, mag-credit ay mag-debit tayo ng cash na 149,950. And i-credit natin yung Giancarlo Dalangin capital na 149,950. So paano nga ba natin nakuha yung investment ni Giancarlo Dalangin? So para makuha natin yung investment niya, yung capital ni Leopoldo Medina before the adjustments, which is meron siyang 314,000 pesos. Ililes natin yung net adjustments to capital niya na 14,100. Yun yung nandun sa debit account kanina. Dun sa book niya. And makukuha natin yung capital niya after adjustment na 299,900. Ayun na yung sa last slide na pinakita. And di ba ang napag-agreehan nila doon is 1/2 of Leopoldo Medina's capital, which is 50%. 50% nung capital ni Leopoldo Medina yung i-invest ni Giancarlo. Kaya 299,900 times 50%, meron siyang 149,950 na investment. So after the formation, the statement of financial position of the newly formed partnership is, next slide. Ayan. Makikita natin yung Medina and Landingin statement of financial position ng October 1, 2018. Meron silang cash na 209,950, notes receivable na 30,000, accounts receivable na 240,000, and less yung allowance for uncollectible accounts na 12,000. Kaya meron silang net accounts receivable na 228,000. Then interest receivable na 700. Merchandise inventory na 74, office supplies na 4,000, furnitures and fixtures na 46,000. Meron silang total asset na 592,650. And sa liabilities and owner's equity naman, meron silang notes payable na 40,000, accounts payable na 100,000, and interest payable na 2,800. Yung investment ay capital ni Leopoldo Medina na 299,900, and yung kay Giancarlo Dalangin na 149,950. Kaya meron silang 592,650 pesos na total liabilities and owner's equity. So kung mapapansin natin, yung mga balances na dyan is yung mga napag-agreehan na nila na value ng mga accounts. So, nagets po ba yung sa sole proprietorship and another individual? May mga tanong po ba or clarifications? Okay, so parang wala naman. Next na tayo. Ang next natin is two or more sole proprietorship form a partnership. Ay, proprietors form a partnership. Next slide for info, illustration. On June 30, 2018, Gracia Corpus and Esterlina Guevara, friendly competitors in a certain line of business, decided to combine their talents and capital to form a partnership. Their statements of financial position are as follows. So ito yung financial statement, financial position ni Gracia Corpus as of June 30, 2018. Yan. Meron siyang total asset na 290,000 pesos and ayun, meron siyang ganun. And yung kay Sterlina naman, meron siyang asset na 310,000 pesos and liability na 60,000 and equity niya is 250,000. So, the conditions, next slide. The conditions and adjustments agreed upon by the partners for purposes of determining their interest in the partnership are: 1. Actual count and bank reconciliation on corpus proprietorships. Cash account revealed cash short and unrecorded expenses of 3,500. Number 2, establishment of a 10% allowance for uncollectible accounts in each book. 3, the merchandise inventory of Guevara is to be increased by 10,000 pesos. 4, the furniture and fixtures of Corpus are to be depreciated by 6,000 pesos. The delivery 5, the delivery equipment of Guevara is to be depreciated by 9,000 pesos. So, parehas lang ang gagawin natin dun sa kanina kapag bubuo tayo ng new books for partnership. So, unahin muna natin yung sa book ni Gracia Corpus at Esterlina Guevara. First is to adjust the accounts of both parties in accordance with the agreement. Adjustments are to be made to their respective capital accounts. Pares lang siya dun sa kanina. So, una natin is yung books of Gracia Corpus. Ang sabi niya dun, sa number 1, actual count and bank reconciliation on Corpus proprietorship's cash account revealed cash short and unrecorded expenses of 3,500. Nagkaroon siya ng cash short, kaya nag-credit tayo ng 3,500. Ano pa ba yung kay Corpus dito? Ayun, establishment of 10% allowance for uncollectible accounts in each book. So, ang balance ng accounts receivable ni Gracia is 100,000 pesos and ito times natin siya ng 10% para makuha natin yung allowance for uncollectible accounts na 10,000 pesos. And last, the furniture and fixtures of Corpus are to be depreciated by 6,000 pesos. Kaya nag-credit tayo dyan ng accumulated depreciation na 6,000 pesos. Kasi sabi niya dun na i-depreciate daw yung furnitures and fixtures ni Corpus ng 6,000. So, yun, para makuha natin yung capital na yan is i-add lang natin ito. Itong 3,500, 10,000 to 6,000. And yun na yung magiging balance nung sa Gracia Corpus Capital na adjustments sa adjustment niya. So next naman is yung kay Esterlina Guevara. Ay wait, ano pa pala? Sa sa last slide nga, Frenzy. Ibalik mo dun sa last slide. Ayan. Next na. Ayan, pangalawa is i-close natin yung book ni Geogracia Corpus. So, to close, is i-credit lang natin yung mga may debit balances and i-debit natin yung mga may credit balances. Kaya sa debit side, meron tayong accounts payable, allowance for uncollectible accounts, accumulated depreciation, and yung kanyang capital. And sa credit side naman is cash, accounts receivable, merchandise, inventory, and furnitures and fixtures. So yun. Pagkatas nating ma-close yung book ni Corpus, punta naman tayo kay Sterlina Guevara. Yan. I-adjust natin yung sa kanya, yung capital niya, i-restate natin. So ang unang dito, adjustment is the merchandise inventory of Guevara is to be increased by 10,000 pesos. Kaya kung mapapansin natin dyan, nag-debit tayo ng merchandise inventory na 10,000 pesos para ma-increase yung value ng kanyang merchandise inventory. And sabi niya, establish a 10% allowance for uncollectible accounts in each book. So ang accounts receivable ni Sterlina Guevara is meron siyang 80,000 pesos and ita-times natin siya sa 10%. Magkakaroon tayo ng account allowance for uncollectible accounts na 8,000 pesos. And yung last is the delivery equipment of Guevara is to be depreciated by 9,000 pesos. Kaya magka-credit tayo ng accumulated depreciation na 9,000 pesos. Ayan. That is to record the adjustment to restate Guevara's capital. Next naman natin is to close na. I-close na natin yung book. So yun, same lang siya kung paano mag-close. Credit natin yung debit account and yung debit account i-credit natin siya. So ayan. After natin mag-close, so ayan, after natin mag-close yung book nung dalawa is gagawa na tayo ng book ng partnership. So meron tayo dyang cash na 40,000 pesos, accounts receivable 100,000 pesos, merchandise inventory 80,000 pesos, furnitures and fixtures 54,000 pesos, and sa credit naman is accounts payable 30,000 pesos, allowance for uncollectible accounts 10,000 pesos, and Geogracia Corpus Capital na 240,500. So ito yung investment ni Corpus. Yung una nating ginawa is yung investment ni Corpus. So next naman is yung kay Guevara. Next slide yan. Meron tayong cash na 40,000 pesos, accounts receivable 80,000 pesos, merchandise inventory na 110,000 pesos, delivery equipment na 81,000 pesos, and sa credit is accounts payable na 60,000, allowance for uncollectible accounts na 8,000, and yung capital niya na 243,000 pesos. Next slide. So yan. After the formation, the statement of financial position of the newly formed partnership is, makikita natin dyan yung Corpus and Guevara statement of financial position. Yung mga amounts na nandyan is yung combined na. Kaya meron tayong 86,500 sa cash and 180 sa accounts receivable, 18,000 na allowance for uncollectible accounts, merchandise inventory na 190, furnitures and fixtures na 54, and delivery equipment na 81. Total asset na 573,500. And sa liabilities and owner's equity naman, accounts payable na 90,000, which is yun lang yung liability nila, and yung capital nilang dalawa na 240,500 kay Corpus and 243,000 naman kay Guevara. So, ayun, yun na yung last nung sa 2 or more sole proprietorship form A. Ayan. Ayan. Ayun na din pala yung last ng topic namin. So, ayan, may any questions po? Or mga hindi po kayo naintindihan?
Gets naman po ate.
Ayun. So, yun. Thank you. Ito na yung last na and tapos na tayo sa formation, basic considerations and formation ng partnership. So, yun. Gusto ko lang mag-thank you kasi umattend kayo ulit ngayong tutorial, and sa time and effort. And sana may natutunan kayo sa amin or mas nalinawan. So, pero before tayo mag-end, documentation